Hey everyone, in today's video I'll be taking you through my recently completed TEMU sketchbook, and I'll show you the little first page. I love the first page. So if you're looking to get inspired and you want to find out what my practice looks like in a sketchbook, keep watching the video. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please just hit the subscribe button. I really want to grow this channel and I hope you can help me along. And one more thing, my signature floral course, Flow in an Intuitive Pathway to Loose Florals, registration is opening again this spring. So if you want to hop onto the waitlist to get notified when it launches and get a really cool discount, sign up for my waitlist below. Otherwise, let's get on with the tour. Alright guys, so this is the gorgeous little sketchbook that I got from TEMU, and the brand is Moyao, and it is a mixed media sketchbook that is not cotton, so it's just regular cellulose paper. And I like it because it's very low pressure. I believe it's about 15 or 12 Australian dollars, depending on which TEMU shop you go to. You know how it is. It's actually the second one that I finished. So this is the first one. It's just a different color, but exactly the same. And I think it's about 230 GSM. So not the thickest paper, but really good enough to hold a lot of water. So I have a sketchbook tour on this one. Go check it out. I'll put the link in the description below, or just check out my entire sketchbook playlist. You get to see all the different things that I play around in my sketchbook. I'll also just show you quickly, this is also TEMU, and this one is also Moyao, but it's just slightly different. Obviously it's square, it's bigger, and I think the paper's a little bit thinner. So yeah, these are completed as well, and you can go check out my sketchbook playlist for these tours. But today I have just completed this one. Well, not just, but a while recently, and I'm actually in the midst of completing a few different sketchbooks, because how I work is I paint in a couple of sketchbooks at a go. So I kind of start a few and then it finishes around the same time. So you notice that on my YouTube channel I will be sharing more of these sketchbook tours lately. All right, so without further ado, let's look at what's in here. So this is my first page. I think I painted this retrospectively because I thought it would be nice to just, you know, do a little intro page. Super fun, super bright, crystal tan 2025. I've used opera pink, I've used a queen gold, fan brush, a bit of perhaps neo colors. I don't know. It was just a fun little intro page, and I think I'll make sure I'll do that for all my future sketchbooks if I've somehow left the first page alone. All right, the next one. There we go. This is irises, and I love this. Actually, is one of my favorite iris paintings that I brought here 2025. No particular month, but I believe I did this for a class in my workshop that I teach in real life. So it was an iris class, and yeah, loose, colorful iris is my thing. This is another super loose painting of a jar of flowers. I believe this is painted from real life. You also might notice that today, for this sketchbook tour, I will have a few more different things to just style my background a bit, because I'm just trying something different, right, to make it more interesting. So anyway, really loose. I like to paint transparent jars and play around with it. This is also super rough, not my favorite spread. It's obviously just, maybe I was just testing colors, and yeah, it's a mishmash of everything. So not every page needs to be beautiful and pretty. This one is an abstract piece, as you can tell. So playing around with colors and mark making, there's scratching going on. And yeah, very loose and very just relaxed. I don't think I was meant to be to be intentionally everything. Of course, as a painting, this is way too bright. I've used too many bright colors. If I wanted it to be an actual piece, it should have some more neutral and some darkness. So yeah, not pleasing to look at. Let's move on. Okay, so this is, I think, a tutorial on my Patreon. Gosh, I know it's only a year ago, but it feels, I don't know, it feels decades ago now. This is, I think, a kind of marigold. Yes, it's definitely a Patreon tutorial, if I remember now. And I've used a little of mixed media, so I think I used some colored pencils for the petals, and I really like this. It's super loose, super chill. Orange is a color I wanted to try and use more of because I don't. I'm a pink gal, but I want to lean into oranges a lot more, which I did in this spread. So I like that it's pointing in different directions. So, and again, I like the use of orange and some mixed media as well. And of course, the background. I love putting backgrounds in my florals. This is a vintage rose, definitely inspired by one of the vintage rose reference books that I have on Pinterest, with also a really soft, dreamy background that combines a bit of gold and a bit of pink here. So really fun. I just didn't do too much detailing in the middle. I just left it. Sometimes things, the less is more. This one is, I think, probably this is the composition, this is the orientation. It's a very loose first layer of some loose florals that actually have an opportunity to go back in for second layers or even messing around with some mixed media. Might do that. Oh, yes, this is a fun one. I don't know. I can't remember what the prompt is. I think I remember now. I don't remember the tutorial. I don't remember who the teacher was, but I remember the prompt was take a colored pencil and just draw some lines, which I did, and then using those lines, start to fill in different shapes of paint. So it's so cool when given a really useful prompt, good prompt, that it can create something fun and interesting. This is giving me like outer space vibes. I'm not sure, but obviously just mark making, having fun, composition. And yeah, even though if you're a floral artist or an abstract, or a landscape artist, I think abstracts are very, very fun and also very good at teaching composition. Yeah. This is another one. I believe it's the same thing. Take a pencil and just make some squiggly lines, and then using a bit of the guidance from the pencil lines to create shapes. Shapes, marks, colors, values. This is a page of peonies. I believe this is the filbert brush because it's got that filbert brush or oval brush. Some people call it edges. Again, I think it's just for fun, mark making. And this is a little beach scene, and this is definitely on my YouTube channel, I'm sure. If not, it might be, it's on my Patreon. But it's a beautiful photograph of a beach scene in Australia. And landscapes is something I'm going into a lot more. And I really love this. I really love how I made those marks in the water. Very loose, very light, transferring all the skills I learned from florals into landscape. So I'm actually going to be launching my landscape course soon. I keep saying soon, but it's getting pushed a little bit now in the early summer. So go and check it out by just signing up to my mailing list in the description below, and I'll let you know when I definitely when I launch it. All right, so next, just a page of random mark making. Okay, this one is dahlias. So playing around with strokes and petals and colors. Not my favorite. I felt like it was a bit too tight, something tight about it, and also a little bit not interesting. This one, also first layer of something going on. All right, this one is Cosmos in a Field. I believe I was teaching a workshop in Singapore, and I was going to teach Cosmos, which is also called Ulam Jara. Yeah, sorry. I was going to teach a class on Cosmos in Singapore, and painted this as a practice. Paul Rubin flower swatch set. I think I swatched this a few times. Oh, this is probably in a video. And then with the swatch, I created this painting. It's a really cool set because it's got some really colors that you don't find in a normal like 24 color set. It's got this pink, it's got the turquoise. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful set. I did it again, not sure why. Maybe my camera didn't work, so I did it again. Some just painting, playing. This one is Poppy from Blossom Adriana Picker. So that's using her reference. And yeah, this is also some peonies. These leaves color, this blue leaf color is something I don't use a lot of and I'm not a fan of. I think I tried to do some fancier kind of like shadow and detail for this flower, but then I kind of went back to my usual. Just exploring styles, right? I love this so much, okay? I don't know what it is about this painting. I love it because it's so simple. Very little strokes, lots of unusual blooms in the background. I actually really like it when the background has all these like cauliflower blooms and stuff. And just terribly loose, beautiful, simple. I like this one. More irises, playing around with a different color palette, you know, using very dark sepia here, a creamy kind of background, some gold, and even some pencil marks. Okay, this one, I believe, what was this? I think I was trying to do abstract. Yes. So I think it was an exercise in Patreon where I said, okay, choose 4 colors and we're gonna make 8 different abstracts. So we went color by color and plonked it down to create these 8 different little shapes. So for example, pink, we'll start with pink. So I drew a big lump here, I drew 1 dot here, next green. So we just kept adding on and on and on, not predicting anything, not making any plan to make anything. So this is what we created together. It was fun, I really like this one. Okay, this one was just a page of experimenting and playing of how to paint vases and jars. Here we have a very crazy, intense, colorful page. I think this one was just me layering on and on and on and on, and it was gouache. Yeah, I think I definitely used the Kurotake Ganzai Tambi set, and I ended up not liking it. It's way too intense, but it's fun to just push the boundaries. Pushing. Another abstract thingy that I did using mixed media. Another really loose painting of flowers in a jug on a table with a background. And then this is probably another loose rose. I'm not sure why the edges are really blurry like this. Maybe I wet the whole thing. Maybe it was wet on wet. So yeah, 29 October 25, not that long ago. This is, I believe, part of my course in Flow In, where I demonstrated drawing flowers and then painting them. By the way, Flow In is my signature online course for intuitive florals, and I will be relaunching it in spring, this April. So the waitlist is now open. Check it out. It is in the description. Join the waitlist and you will be gifted a really nice discount when it launches. And then on the last page here are some Banksia and kangaroo paw with only 1 layer, nothing more. And that's it. That is the entire little sketchbook tour. Now, like most of my sketchbooks, I don't have a favorite or anything. It's just a mishmash of my time spent painting and learning. So I hope this has inspired you. Let me know in the comments what you think of this sketchbook tour, and make sure you check out all my other sketchbook playlists. See you next time.